What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Randy P, aka Randy P the GOAT, aka Randy P the Guy, aka Big P. And it is the very first episode of the Respectfully Blunt podcast, man. I am here with my co-host and my brother.
It's Q. Must have put it on. The man behind the cam, man with the plan. Man, it's the first episode.
Man, it's the first episode, man. We been waiting for so long to do this shit, bro. Motherfuckers been trying to put this off, been having to try to make dates work. We finally here, bro.
It starts finally learning.
Oh, God. Hope y'all enjoyed that first episode, man. Let's get into it. Hey, we here now, bro. Ain't no turning back now. Like, I'm already dying from a fucking pen. You rolling up, I'm already dying from a pen. This nigga rolling up with the leaf, and I'm already dying from the pen, bro. I tell you everything you need to know about my lungs and where my shit is at nowadays, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I told you I've been coughing up shit. I ain't trying.
I ain't got a better lungs now.
God damn, nigga. I'm telling you, bro. Shit, not a game, but ain't no turning back at this point, bro. Niggas been waiting all this time. Ain't no turning back now. We finally got this motherfucker on the camera. We look like straight goofies and clowns if we just turn around and not do some shit. Either way, I'm about to look like a goofy and a clown because I'm about to cough every 5 seconds in this video from that one motherfucker pen pull that I just took right now. And yeah, he's still rolling that motherfucker. And he got, if we could see, I don't know if the camera gonna be the pan, but if the camera can pan, he got another one, right? He got some weed for the right on the motherfucker $20 bill. He wasted money like it's not motherfuckers in Israel. Let me stop. See, look, I'm about to get canceled first. I'm about to get canceled first 2 minutes into the jump. You know, I feel like I might get you canceled on purpose.
Me?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Just by like when I was bringing up the topic of like trying to talk about the Dwight shit, your response, I felt like your response was like, I ain't trying to talk about that shit. Like, what you mean by that? Like, what you mean by that?
It's not even that. I don't care. I don't get why, but like, if he forced himself on cuz, that's a whole different story.
It's crazy.
That's weird. You force yourself on a grown man. But at the end of the day, what that man doing with his wee behind closed doors,
that's what I said too.
Don't matter to any of us. And I seen, no disrespect. Definitely got respect for those guys, but Cam and fucking
Mace.
Yeah.
Them niggas funny as hell though. And,
Mace
and legends too. They legends. You feel
Mace
me?
making it seem like it's really affecting your neighbor by the shit that you do in your bedroom. You like,
I ain't see. They said something crazy. I ain't see what they said.
He was saying how everybody say what somebody else is doing behind they closed doors and shit. It really don't matter. Cause it's not affecting me in any way. But right. He was saying, no, it really do affect me in some type of way. So I really do get to have.
What you mean it affects you? What you?
That's what I'm saying.
That don't make no sense at all. I never cared about. Like I said, I never cared about the gay shit. Niggas, if you and
they already 40 something years old,
right.
Still talking about pause
right,
and all that
right.
shit.
Yeah, they is be on some super extra. Like, again, no disrespect, but they do be on some super extra. Like, I need to overly make sure niggas don't think I'm gay type shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about nigga being gay, bro. not in this day and age. I ain't even just saying that shit to like appease what anybody else think. I don't give a fuck about appeasing nobody else feelings. I just don't care about what you do or who you fuck, unless you 7 foot tall and you forcing yourself on regular size niggas. I don't give a fuck if you 7 foot tall or not, but like imagine us. I guess I know, like, I ain't trying to be a hypocrite, but pause. Imagine, bro, a 7 foot nigga trying to force himself upon you, bro. A 7 foot nigga that's fucking built like a brick
crazy.
like him, bro.
That's crazy.
Think about that.
That's crazy. But at the same time, though, why is like that on the forefront of news media outlets and shit? Like, why?
I feel like it should be on more of a forefront because the nigga.
Because
I can't say that. Fuck. I think it should be more on the forefront because the nigga R-worded him. We gonna bleep that out.
I think
the nigga R-worded him.
I think it's so much more going on right now that could be getting front page media coverage right now that's not getting the attention that it needs to.
You talking about like Israel shit and shit?
Yeah, let the courts handle that. Yeah. Let the courts handle that shit because...
But we still gotta know who the freaks though. We gotta know who the freaks though.
It's not gonna be it's not gonna like help us in any type of way by us knowing what he did. Even if we know what he did, it ain't gonna help us in no type of way. us knowing that information ain't gonna help us in any type of way.
I feel what you're saying, but like, let me ask you a question: who you think is the most what group of people is the most majority of people that be on social media? Like what age range of people type shit? Let's say people. Younger people, right? So you want a young motherfucker to see people getting their head cut off and shit, because that's what the fuck going on over there, bro. Because if you're gonna cover it, you gotta cover it correctly. If you're gonna cover it, you can't cover it half-assed and talk about like soft shit. Talk about what the fuck's going on. It's crazy shit going on over there right now. And if you really want to cover that, and you really want to put that in the faces of people, I mean, have fun with that. I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to put that out there for people to see. Because no weird shit. Don't think I'm weird, because I come from the mid 2000s, right? The internet just came up and wild shit was on the internet at that time. This is the era 2 Girls 1 Cup. I don't know if you ever seen the video of the one Mexican nigga that cut off his wife's head on it. Yeah, definitely. The one Mexican.
I need some rest this time.
Shit. Nigga, you don't remember back then? I used to be able to find videos on the internet of like Mexican cartel motherfuckers cutting people's heads off and all type of shit like that. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I went on Reddit and I looked up the Israel shit myself. I wanted to get like a little more knowledge on it, and I in a weird way, I did want to see it type shit, and not even on no like cool shit, but just something like, damn, this shit really happening. Like not on some like, oh, that's cool. On some like, I need to value what the fuck I got. Ask you this. I need to value what the fuck I got, because shit like that's happening in the world.
Let me ask you this: if you didn't see it, so if for 9/11, for a perfect example, would you be able to get the like how bad that shit was if you didn't see the videos of people jumping out of the buildings and shit like that? You would have knew it was bad. But if you didn't get that visual aspect of art, like people were so scared for their life that they start jumping to their death.
Yeah, that shit's wild. I be watching them shit still sometimes. Yeah,
I feel like it's needed for that to be in our face, and
I think it's
kids to see it as well.
I think it's one of these type of things right here. Because they got the same time.
I was about to say a set of boobs.
At the same time while that was happening, like what motherfuckers is thinking about it like that. During 9/11 and that whole time, nigga, still to this day, my nigga. You know how Indian motherfuckers, bro. Back at that time, people that look like them, Muslim people, anybody that looked like them that had nothing to do with that shit, because people saw that shit, there was a huge stigma against them for years. It still stands to this day, but it was really bad at that time. Now you can't see a motherfucker go anywhere without thinking they're gonna do some shit, or the white people finna think they finna bomb some shit. Period. You feel what I'm saying? When it's like that created that as well, which to me, that type of hatred, that type of vitriol type shit is not worth just motherfuckers being able to understand just how bad. If I tell you right now, a motherfucker drive a plane, fly a plane into a building and 1,000 people die, you know that's bad. You know that's bad. I don't think I necessarily got to tell you anymore or show you anymore that that's very bad. What I don't want to do is get people to think a whole fucking race is something. And it's the same thing now. People are already doing that anyway. They're already doing that right now in this situation. So if we put it out, like people already doing the fuck either Palestinian or you know what I'm saying, like picking a side type shit and fuck the other side type shit. They already doing that. So if we putting that shit out there more, they really gonna be doing it to the people that's over here that don't have nothing to do with the shit that's going on.
That's called propaganda, though. What we
Jews
did,
and shit like that.
What we did to Afghan and Iran with Bush portrayed them out to be the monsters that they portrayed them to be.
Yeah.
The weapons of mass destruction, that's propaganda. But so that's not just
that shit has been around forever, though.
Yeah, it's not just the fact that they showed Muslim people doing it. It was the shit that they also was saying with it.
But that's how media worked, though.
All Muslims want this. The whole whole country wants to do away with America. So that's part of propaganda. It ain't the imagery in itself. It's the way that the imagery is delivered.
You're asking media to cover it, right? And that's how media covers shit, bro. That's how media covers shit. They're gonna cover shit in a way, and that we've been proven this with years and years and years of coverage. They've been doing this shit since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of when they can spread some type of media, art form, propaganda, been around forever. That's how they push it out. So if you really want to have a conversation about like what should be on the forefront, we got to talk about the actual entire like breakdown of media and like what they actually are looking to put. But again, that's a conversation, right? But then with that conversation, you didn't have to go all the way back in circles, back to us.
I was about to say,
and the shit that we consume. Exactly, right. You got to come all full circle back to us.
Definitely the consumers that's what I was trying to say. Like, I feel like we, as the consumers, why are we plugged in? Why do we got our women plugged in the Zeus network?
Yeah.
And shit like that.
Liv ain't watching that shit. I just want y'all to know that Liv ain't watching that shit.
It's nothing wrong with Zeus network.
Yes, it is.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But people like to compare what other races and shit doing and other cultures do. Like, oh yeah, they got this going on in their culture too. But at the same time, they got their foot in the door in banking, farming, education, schools. They got their foot in the door with that shit. So they got the time to be on some bullshit a little bit. They got the luxury to do that. We as black people in our culture, being behind, we don't got the luxury to be doing the shit that we doing while we got a very small percent of our population actually excelling in shit like academics, engineering.
Well, that shit, again, that's just based off of, that goes to like the conversation I was having about TikTok in like China and like TikTok out here type shit. They don't want us to be, and not even just us, but just like human beings and Americans as a whole. They don't want us to be super educated with shit like that. If that was the case, they be doing what TikTok, what China doing with their TikTok, where they entire shit. If you was to log into TikTok in China, their entire shit just like informative shit or like art or like good shit, positive shit. Where you go through our shit, I'm telling you right now, you cannot. You go to my TikTok, you scroll 5 times, you're gonna see ass at least one time. You're gonna see some sexual shit. You're gonna see some stupid, unpurposeful shit. Just shit that's unpurposeful, and that's the shit we spend our time doing 24/7. You just said ain't nothing wrong with Zeus Network. What is wrong with Zeus Network is they exploited our people, and a lot of the bitches ain't even really like that in real life. You could tell, like as far as like the way that they portray themselves, they come on this show expecting to be this way.
They 30-something years old fighting over a fucking bunk bed.
Exactly,
and then
attention is what they fighting over. That's what everybody fight over.
When we pointing the finger, we also gotta look in the mirror. The men in our society right now, in the black community, in our culture, the men we not holding our weight and what we supposed to be doing. I feel like
for sure
females got a whole lot more emotion than the males right now. Like,
oh yeah, see, this where you about to disagree. More emotion, you said?
Females got more emotion.
Actually, I ain't gonna just disagree. What, like, explain that. Like, explain that more. What you mean by that?
I'm talking about
all money.
basic.
All money ain't good money.
Motion. I'm talking about basic motion. I ain't talking about like 6 figures. More females is on their shit is having their own house, having their own car, having their phone bill paid monthly with kids. While with niggas with
you think kids, it's more of that? I think it's more. I think you seeing that more. I don't think that's necessarily more of that. I think there's numbers behind that we can actually like look up to see that. But what you saying, I get the basis of what you're saying. I think the reason why that's happening though is because that, again, it's no. I want to make this clear. There's no 100% answer on any side here. Like, there's no it's the woman's fault, it's the man's fault type shit. We both are at fault in a lot of ways, right? But I feel like on the woman's side of things, it start with the whole idea of like, obviously every human being has independence and deserves independence and is their own human being type shit. But it's the idea like everything that we do in this generation now, we take shit to the max. Like most of the shit that is going, like, again, I ain't even gonna do it. Most of the causes and trends and shit that's going on right now, like the support groups and all these different organizations and all this type of shit, it's all good causes. Like, it's by the base of it, it's all good causes, and most of it is shit that I would support. You feel me? Like good intentions. It's about this generation has a knack of taking the shit and dragging it to the farthest fucking extent, right? So I say that to say this: women want to be so independent, and that's fine. If you want to be independent, that's cool. But understand that, like, you trying to be a completely independent, like I'm solo woman type shit, that's not ideal for a perfect man versus woman. I mean, man and woman relationship. Mm-hmm. And either the men thinking that like that way ain't either. And that's where it starts right there, right? They want that independence, and that's fine because they was oppressed for a long time. And they just start getting it. So, like, you know what I'm saying? They start dragging it a little bit type shit. And I think that's where we're at now. And I think, if you look at the internet, I think a lot of females is kind of coming around, like, to thinking like, damn, we do need each other. I see a lot of motherfuckers that say they hate men, but I see a lot of bitches come back around saying like, hey, we do need men. Like, we do need to have this shit as a unit, because they seeing it now. You seen it now after all this time of you not being the right way. You seen it now and where it leads you to, not having nobody.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But on our side, obviously, woman only gonna be a woman for a man.
It's a yin and yang.
That's it, right?
It's a yin and yang to life. Like, it's a reason why it's a male and it's a female. We each got roles that we need to play. But I feel like males, we had our way for so long.
Yeah.
And it seemed like we're in charge and we want to be in charge, but really, it's the way that nature set the shit up. Right. We're the ones that's making the rules at the end of the day. Right. And as fucked up as it is, that's how it is.
Yeah. So I think it's all based on perspective. Me and Olivia have this conversation all the time, and one thing I will always give her is she's a very understanding woman, and she wants to be a woman, and but she just want me to be a man.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I'm a man for her, she gonna be a woman for me. And there was we've been together for a long time. There's been times in the relationship where I may have not been doing that the absolute best. And she always addressed that type of shit like, hey, yo, you need to be this way for me if you want me to keep being this way for you. Mm-hmm. And what's my response? Be a man. I got you. Be a man. And she always was thorough with that shit. We have these conversations all the time where I'm like, listen, bro, we understand there's roles in this shit. When people hear, those is trigger words right there, my nigga. By the way, I had to say this because you just said that, the role shit. Those type of words is trigger words for these motherfuckers out here.
Yeah.
They hear roles and they like, oh, you trying to put me in a box? A role is not a lesser word, my nigga. Just
to still be right in a box anyway.
Right. Yeah, right. Just to still be in a box anyway with everybody the fuck else and all they trans type shit. What they don't understand is this, bro. My role is not bigger than yours, and your role not bigger than mine. We is, like you said, yin and yang. We two sides of the puzzle that have to come together and cannot be a whole puzzle just being two sides. And everybody's so focused on trying to be like, again, everybody want to be the best self they could be.
Yeah.
Which I respect that. I want everybody to be the best self they could be. As somebody who's been in a relationship for almost a decade, since I was 16 years old, I would never have been the best self I could have been if I didn't have the relationship I had with Olivia. Mm-hmm. If I wasn't able to build that type of relationship with a soulmate. Yeah. I would never have been that. You feel me? I
feel like a lot of our problem too is that people want to excel by their self. Like they're not gonna take the back seat in order for a group type thing to work,
to succeed, for the whole thing to succeed.
Yeah, like they're not going through that shit. They'll rather make sure that they self is secure and they own shit is secure, and past that they really don't give a fuck. But yeah, like people don't want to, like, I'm not gonna diminish my little bit, like I'm not gonna diminish my light in order to help you shine. And I think that's a real problem because...
Wait, stop right there. You just lied to the American public, because I was about to say you would do that, and you do that, first of all. I was going to say that's type of shit. Again, I was just saying I praise Liv about the other thing. This same shit I praise you about all the time, the motherfuckers, is that, yeah, you going to still do your shit, and you going to be in your own shit, but you the only motherfucker I know that would sacrifice your own life for my life. I don't know about anybody else's, but for my life... You would.
Because at the end of the day, I see the bigger picture and shit. I look at the bigger goal. Like, I'm trying to get everybody to the finish line. Right. Not just myself.
Right.
And if I know that...
It go back to the role shit. But again, as men, and again, this is another conversation. As men, we can logically understand that. And every man ain't like this. Again, I feel like I have to say this shit with everything. Every person ain't like this. This is a general consensus for the most part. We as men can sit here and speak to each other about that and have that conversation, no emotions be involved, logic be involved. Mm-hmm. And what's the best scenario? How do we get to the fucking end goal in the best way possible? We can do that. When you say that conversation with the average woman, again, I ain't talking about my woman.
It's about being resourceful.
My woman, you feel me? But it's about being resourceful.
So I feel like if I'm at work 16 hours a day, but you work 6 to 8 hours of the day.
Right.
Or maybe you don't work. Whatever the scenario may be, you working less hours than me. And the trash need taken out. This is going to be controversial.
Say it.
But the trash need taken out, and I'm working 16 hours a day.
Take that motherfucker out.
Don't let the trash stink.
Take that motherfucker out.
But if I'm home and the trash need taken out, of course, that's me. I'm going to take the trash out. I'm going to do that. But
yo, what did?
No.
You's a bitch.
Don't fucking sit there and... just sit there and sit in filth until...
I agree with that. I don't disagree. Look, we thought we was going to disagree with a lot of shit. I don't disagree with that at all. I actually, again, 100% agree. It's about... None of this shit is about... Y'all, when y'all hear gender roles and all that shit, y'all think, like what he's saying right now, y'all think, oh, this person got to pay this and this. Now, again, whoever got the money should pay. That's how I'm looking. And if you got a situation where you need to split. I think everything is situational, bro. Mm-hmm. This whole idea that like niggas have to, I didn't always pay the bills. I didn't always pay all the bills. You feel what I'm saying? I pay all the bills now, but I didn't always pay all the bills. That wasn't always our situation. Yeah. I don't see no problem with somebody. You should always go situational. And that's the problem with social media is everybody got this They own stigmas and opinions of what things should be. They share it on the internet. It becomes the ideal shit, and it's always like not realistic shit. Like situation that's not realistic, and then we set our bar high as fuck. And this is mostly with women. And I'm gonna say, let me fix this motherfucking mic real quick. Hold on. All right. I'm gonna say this like this. The biggest problem with people as a whole, but mostly with the women in this society now. Men will date down. Men have no problem with dating a woman, dating down as far as like status, money, whatever it may be. They have no problem with dating down.
For sure.
A woman will never date down or consistently date down. She's not finna consistently be with a motherfucker that is lesser than her in status. I don't see a problem with that, but I don't see a problem with that. Because if you looking at your man to be the leader, he should be the leader type shit. But what the problem is, bitches will want a motherfucker that's making 100 bands a year, and I said that shit on status the other day. Bitches will want a motherfucker that makes six figures a year and sleep on a bed on the floor with no box spring. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's what you have to look in the mirror, understand who you are and what you realistically is gonna get.
Well, what females across this country in America don't be understanding is like the structure is like a pyramid. So it's going to always be a few people at the top that's making that 6-figure plus, and it's always going to be people, a lot more people at the bottom. A lot more people. So instead of just always expecting the 6-figure nigga and all that, like, because it's just not possible for every single person to, like, I be hearing guys talk about, oh, if you don't own your own company or if you're not your own boss and all that, like, you're not a real man. But if you really try to apply that theory in real lifetime, it's not gonna work. Who is gonna be the workers that's making the company run for these CEOs and these entrepreneurs in the first place?
Somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to be the workers.
Somebody got to do it, and it's no problem with this. Everybody got to fit their role in society. That again, you're making a great point.
But what I'm trying to say,
everybody want to be the boss.
Yeah, so people need to learn to be content. As long as you got your man is providing y'all with a house or in transportation to A to B, it don't matter if he the CEO of the company or he cleaning the bitch up when it's time to close. It don't matter.
Yeah.
As long as he there for you, making you happy and doing right by you, and y'all able to take trips here and there, I don't think anything else outside of that really matters.
So yes, and I'm gonna clean that up a little bit because I know you also agree with this too. Because again, I know what motherfuckers gonna say back type shit. You should feel content in the moment, but you should always want more. You should always want more and be striving for more and be going towards more. If the motherfucker you with ain't going towards more, at least for me, that's a big thing. You know, we talk about this all the time. All the time. If you don't want more for yourself or want more for us, I don't really want you in my situation. I don't really want you in my life. So, like, yes, in that moment, I want to see you doing the work to be greater, but I'm going to be content with what you can provide me. And you should be, again, women, you should be, as long as they're doing everything. I look at it like this. If that person is doing everything that they possibly can for you in said moment, then you should be forever grateful for that. This shit, again, bro, Rome was not built in a fucking day, my nigga. Again, relationships take time. Go ahead. Relationships take time. I've been in a relationship for Relationships take time. I've been in a relationship for fucking 8 years. Right? This nigga busting his ass. He about to go to the bathroom. I've been in a relationship for 8 years. Relationships take time, bro. Rome wasn't built in a day. I've been in a relationship for 8 years. Right? And in my relationship, I've been broke. She done made more money than me. She done had the car, and I done not had a car. I done walk. She done take me everywhere. I'm using her car. In situations like it is now, I got the money. I'm paying for things. I got the car. I got a better car. She got a car too, but I got a better car. I'm driving to her. Again, she stayed down, and she helped build, and she became a part of something bigger. And she was patient. She was content with the fact that I was doing everything I possibly could in those said moments for her. And now we are where we are, and we still building for way greater things. But the lesson there is she understood that I was doing everything I could for her, and she understood where we was in that moment, and she trusted the process, and she saw that I was doing what I could. That's all it really is. Like, if you see that person is doing what they can for you, that's all that really, really matters at the end of the day. Again, the problem is people are not self-aware to who they actually are within themselves. Look at yourself in the mirror, and if you was a nigga that was making $250,000 a year, would you pick you? And what's so crazy is people are delusional enough to be like, yeah, I would pick me. Like, what? What do you mean you would pick you? Like, shorty, you work at Wendy's. No disrespect to working at Wendy's, but be realistic with yourself. You're not finna get a fucking rocket scientist, a rapper, or whatever the fuck if you work at Wendy's. Or at least you shouldn't. You feel what I'm saying? Because what are you doing? What can you provide? If pussy is the only thing you can provide, bro, it's like 4 billion pussies out there, bro. I don't give a fuck about your pussy. It's probably not even that good.
Right.
Real shit. It's probably not even that good. The shit probably just fat for no reason.
Right.
Head probably trash. It be the ones that straight talking on the internet, like posting all the freaky shit that when you run to get them, trash, duty water.
And personalities be trash.
And personalities be dog
just
wash, bro.
boring. Like, nobody want to sit around with you and talk about what the next person got going on.
Be overly
gossiping.
sexual, bro. That's the thing too. Overly sexual.
Freaky as hell. Turn your horny down.
Yeah, bro. I don't just want to fuck all
Especially
the
you
time.
horny niggas without nothing to show for it. Turn your horny down, bro.
That's where we gotta get on the niggas at right there.
Turn your horny.
That's where we gotta get, the niggas. This is where we gotta get on y'all at. Cause really, at the end of the day, like you started this shit saying, at the end of the day, this shit really do come down to us. Because we could just say that we don't fuck with none of this shit. This wave that's going on, and females will change at everything. Listen, bro, females will try. We had a conversation on Facebook. Remember, we was arguing with the one shorty about if you dress for people and shit like that. Like, do women dress? Everything that women do indirectly is for men. They can like they'll say shit
and vice versa.
Yeah, and mostly vice versa too. Niggas get flied so bitches can say they look good and shit like that. But what I'm saying is though, if men just was like, bro, we don't fuck with this sexy red shit. We don't fuck with this whole shit. We don't fuck with this. We don't fuck with this that. Like real, because again, don't say they is saying that, because if they really was saying that, bitches would not be doing this. It's niggas that still buying the OnlyFans. It's niggas that still buying the premium snaps, and they talking all that shit on the internet like they don't really fuck with it, but they be still buying the premium snaps and the OnlyFans and shit like that.
Yeah.
So they be undercover with. If niggas wasn't doing that, the shit would not be anything.
But more than that, niggas that say they don't fuck with it be the same ones destructive in their community.
Right.
They sell.
Right. On a whole
in a
level.
different type of way.
Yep.
So like, you can't be pointing fingers while you not making up your bed in the morning.
Right.
You still got a mess that you got to deal with. So how you expect them to even take heed to what we trying to tell them? Like, that's like when drug dealers used to be telling us, go get a 9 to 5
Right.
while they got diamonds just
So nigga, I'm trying to be like you. What the fuck are you talking
5
about?
bitches
Like,
dead.
fuck,
Like,
my stepdad's struggling. I'm trying to be like you, nigga.
come on now.
Fuck.
Your stepdad a real nigga. He like a very stand up dude.
A real nigga. Okay.
His stepdad is the type of man that you would want to be.
Stepdad a real nigga.
Very stand up dude. But he not the one that's getting idolized, and that's again where it's go
Right.
back full circle to what us as the consumers want and what we choose to put forefront. So I hate when people say the industry is pushing some type of agenda when they just backing what we love already. Of course they going to put their money towards what we love and what we enjoy to see.
Right. Of course.
Duh.
And the same thing with the music, right? Same thing. That again, the label's going to sign the shit that we listening to. And this the topic that the music shit, the drill shit, is a topic that's very like, and I feel you can feel the same way. It's very close to me, type shit. As far as like the way I feel, how strongly I feel about how damaging it is to us as a community. Do I listen to it still to this day? Yes. Will I continue listening to it going forward? Yes, I probably will. And that's because I realize I am stuck in that cycle. I know for me now, my life, like as an adult now, I could differentiate between the music and real, and I'm just not living the same life that I lived before. So it's just different now. Mm-hmm. But when you in those scenarios and you have that shit in your ear, it's again like we saying, right? I had a stepdad, right? I had my dad, but I had a stepdad, but he was always working. He was doing his own thing type shit. Again, stand up dude. He busting his ass, so we just getting by. He doing what he can for us type shit. Mm-hmm. I ain't really had no figure. You ain't really had no father figure. Listen, if you a nigga and you watching this and you come from the hood, you probably ain't had no dad. So you know what the fuck I'm saying here. That shit is damn near like almost. I don't want to say like when you're young, you almost look at them like father figures, but like it's almost a way the music raising you in a way. Like the music making, at least for me and for us, I know you can say the same thing. The music like raise us type shit. And when the entire content And the shit that's happening, that's the thing. The shit that they rap about in the music is shit that's happening in real life. So
used to be times when bad shit, crazy shit that we probably gonna get into as y'all get to know me later on down the line. Bad shit used to be happening in my house, like on a school night, trying to go to sleep, and I can't go to sleep. So to drown that shit out, I just listen to music.
Yep.
And the whole night, like,
and when you already full of emotion, right? And this music is very emotional, just in an angry way, type shit. When you already emotional like that, and you looking for some type of guidance, some type of shit, the music that you gonna listen to, which everybody love music, is gonna fucking impact who you are directly. My favorite rappers growing up, Dirk, Herb, you know what I'm saying, all the drill rappers, you feel what I'm saying, and it 100% shaped my decisions. I was lucky enough to still be able to one day wake up and understand real life, but it definitely shaped my direction. And
I ain't going to say it 100%, but it definitely
didn't 100%. But I'm saying it definitely helped shape.
It hit play on the shit that I already was thinking in my head.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I meant. It's also real life. So like when it's also real life for you, and the music is accentuating a lot. It's like, bro, again, you get in a car, you listen to fucking Luffo or some crazy fucking bumping shit, you ready to go. You feel what I'm saying? Just
or when you arguing with your girl and you hear some crazy shit, some real ride wave, come on, you ready to park outside her crib with the boombox? Like it really. But the
reason I ain't talking about that is because ride wave ain't gonna make you go do some real bad shit. Where like
that just goes to show that music is more than just music. It's really
it's your soundtrack. It's your soundtrack to life, bro. That's how I look at it.
This shit might sound a little bit crazy, but it's real. You can look this up. Music got wavelengths. Like, as it's coming out the speaker, just like your microwave, why they tell you don't. Your parents used to tell you you're going to grow two heads if you sit too close to the microwave watching your food cook. It's wavelengths. It's all rays and all this type shit. When music is playing, there's rays and there's waves that's literally going through your body and going through your ears and going through your brain. That's transmitting something. Like it's not just like magic isn't that Hollywood shit that they be portraying. Like that's a small form of magic. Somebody coming in the room and changing your mood, that's their energy literally changing how the shit is perceived to everybody else. Like that's really a form of magic.
We could have literally a whole episode.
You ever wonder why we learn everything through music? Yeah, ABCs.
It's easy to remember and shit. It's easy to like grab.
Lullaby, everything is music.
Yep.
And just like a fucking war chant, like church music and lullabies and ABC music, like learning songs and stuff like that, it has a certain cadence. It's what the metronome joint is. It's that like that's the cadence.
Should that be coming on that?
But war music and war chants, 808, it has a different thump to it. It has a different cadence to it, and it hit different. Like it feels totally different listening to a lullaby versus listening to a trap song. If that make any sense.
And at the end of the day, all this shit come down to, again, like we the culture. And the music is the culture, right? Music dictate the culture, and we dictate the culture. And when I say we as in niggas, like we dictate the culture, and music is the culture. You feel what I'm saying? So again, it's really just shit we talking about, because at the end of the day, I don't ever see it really ever changing. But the state of music, I mean, not even just state of music, but the state of just like media, entertainment, and just like anything out there for us to see and hear right now is so bad as far as like the negativity that is spewing into our young people, because that's really where it starts. Fuck us, fuck the people that's older than us. It's really starting with these young motherfuckers.